Good morning, everyone. So this is your girl, Kendra Moore, and it is time to rise and shine. So on this podcast, we talk about motivation, mindset, and money, or mindset, motivation, and money. But all three of those things are needed in order to really glow financially. So glow up, people say they want to glow up with their looks. I'm trying to help you glow up financially and really help you understand that it's not just about getting the money, but it is about having the mindset, having the motivation, and then the money flows. So where attention goes, the money flows, and you want it flowing in the right direction. So as you have seen, the stock market has indeed dipped. And I want to talk to you guys today about why it is that in these situations, people who don't have money tend to suffer and people who do have money tend to make out. So this is going towards the question, why do the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poor? So I'm going to try to present today. So let me see if I can share my screen, and we're going to talk about how money flows and how the wealthy people understand how money flows, and therefore they are able to really take advantage of situations such that we are in today. So I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully this works. Otherwise, I'm just going to be talking and you're not going to see. All right, so give me 1 second here. And let me do this. All right. Share my screen, share. So I'm going to go off camera so I can I want to use Canva. So we're going to talk about how money flows. All right. So let's do this. And I wanted to do this in this type of format so you really can visualize how the wealthy sees money and versus how we see money. So this is what we'll call our financial home. Okay. So the financial home is basically the way that people accumulate money and what their financial home's foundation is built on. So let's talk about, here we have 2 quadrants. Okay. So I am going to draw. Bear with me. This is my first time using this whiteboarding. So hopefully it goes well. So we are going to have 2 sets of people here. And I'm going to do this by triangle. That's a funky looking triangle, but you get the point. So we're going to have that, and then we're going to have this. This one's a little bit better. Okay. So we have our 2 homes, or two different types of people here. And we have over here, this first quadrant, this first triangle is going to be the wealthy people. So this is about 5% of the population. So let's put 5% when we think about wealthy people and how they work. 5%, we're going to say the wealthy. Now in this quadrant, you're going to have everybody else, right? So here we are going to add in everyone else. So this is 95% of Americans, right? So everyone else. So we have the wealthy, and then we have everyone else. So let me explain to you how the rich keeps getting richer, especially in situations that we find ourselves today where the market is dipping. So think about these quadrants as, we're going to chop these up into 4. This first piece, this is a life insurance. Now, what a lot of people do not know is that wealthy people, the first thing they do is they get a ton of life insurance on themselves. Now, I work with many of them, and I'm talking about they have 5 or 6 policies on themselves. So when we say they get a ton of life insurance, they get a ton in amount, but then they also have multiple life insurance policies on themselves. Why do they do this? Well, the life insurance policy allows their family to take advantage of. There's 3 reasons why. I'm going to talk about this first one, which is the death benefit. So DB, death benefit. So the death benefit, imagine if you have 2 kids, right? And you get a $2 million policy out on them. You pass away, each kid gets $1 million. So instantly their lives are changed. But in setting up the life insurance, you also have that money for them. They may not get all $1 million. You put some of that money in a trust. So when you hear people talk about trust fund and trust fund babies, generational wealth, that's kind of what they're talking about. And people have been doing this for years. Life insurance has been around since the Roman Empire. So this is not new, okay? So that's how their family starts to accumulate wealth generationally through their kids and grandkids. Then you have what's called the living benefits. So your living benefits allows you to utilize the money in your life insurance policy should something happen to you while you are alive. So if you, for example, get a heart attack or have a heart attack, stroke, come down with cancer, there's many other conditions, then you're able to leverage, or they, the 5%, because they have these policies in place, they're not reaching into their retirement account or their cash account in order to take care of these types of expenses. No, they're leveraging their life insurance policy. And so then you have your death benefit, you have your living benefit, you have tax-free benefits that goes along with this as well. And there is one more that I am blanking on. Death benefits, living benefits. Oh, okay. Which one am I blanking on? I'll get back to that. So we have that. So then next minute, what they do is they put in their cash, right? So when you have cash, right, this is something that's liquid that they have easy access to. So after cash, then they go out and they acquire what? They acquire real estate. And then they, will put extra money in their 401k. So that's what the wealthy people do. So what everyone else does is they actually, this is tax. It just hit me what this is. So let me put that here. With life insurance, you get tax-free benefits. So they understand how to leverage that for taxes. What everyone else does is that we get a job, right? And we get our 401k. And a lot of us even put extra money into our 401k, right? We're going above what they say that they're going to match. Then what we do is we say, oh, you know what? We got my 401k. Now what I want to do is I want to go out and I want to get real estate. Now, I'm not just talking about your first home, but in addition to your first home, I want to get rich. Let me go out and invest in some real estate. Then we look at cash. Like, okay, well, now I need to start acquiring some cash and maybe I'll get around to getting life insurance. Okay, so we have the differences here. So you can automatically see that the triangles are reversed in priorities. So then what happens? Well, what happens is, let's say the past couple of days, the market dipped and we've lost so far as of today or as of yesterday, which was April 3rd. I saw in the news, it was trillions of dollars that was lost in the market. So what happens? So when the market dips, then it's like, okay, well, real estate, our 401k goes down, right? Because our 401k money is in the market. So our 401k goes down. You know, if you think about 2008, if you don't have money or you don't have a good real estate deal or there's pressure in maintaining the real estate, right? Then the real estate kind of goes down. And then now you're spending extra cash, right? Because things are getting expensive and you got to supplement for everything else. And so this whole foundation collapses, right? Because this is the foundation that everyone else has built their kind of financial house on: 401k, real estate, and cash. Well, the market dips, and now your foundation is no longer stable. For the wealthy, what they understand is, okay, well, their 401k is impacted as well. So they may lose money here. They may even lose money in real estate, right? So they can lose money in real estate, but their financial home is solid. They have liquid cash, so money in the bank, liquid cash, and their life insurance never goes away. And what people don't understand is that this is actually an asset. So you can take money out with this, right plan, take money out and use that money. So you know what they do is that they use their cash. They may take money out of one of their multiple life insurance policies. And while the 95% are okay, well, it's foreclosure time, right? So now people can't afford their houses anymore. This is my drawing of a house, by the way. So they can't afford their houses. Well, they have cash, right? They have assets that they can liquidate, and they go and they purchase houses, right? So when you have and they purchase other things as well. So whatever assets start to lose in value, while over here, these people are sad, right? Because they're seeing their foundation basically go down. These people over here, they're happy because they're like, yeah, I lost some money in my 401k. I might have even lost some in my real estate, but I got this cash and I got this life insurance policy I can dip into. My kids are still going to go to college. We can still purchase a car, but we can also acquire assets from these people over here who can no longer afford them. So I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, or if you say to yourself, Kendra, I do need to look at moving some stuff around. I do need to better understand what it is that you're talking about and see how I may be impacted. And better yet, is there a way that I can better protect myself? Then feel free to send me a comment, or you can drop a comment. Or if you'd like, you can actually DM me, send me a message, and I'm happy to sit and talk to you, and we can go through it a little more deeply. But the point of today is, while a lot of people are freaking out because the market has gone down, there's a lot of people that's also going to take advantage and get rich off of the situation. And it's just because they understand how money flows. They were taught how money flows, and more than understanding it, they actually take action based on, what they have accumulated and put in and built their foundation with in terms of their financial home. All right. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, sorry. My dog was just sensing his best friend is nearby. So I'm going to take him outside so he can see his best friend. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.